What's up, y'all, man? We back once again, man. Back here with another one of these good Darrell Brook days. You know what I'm saying? And I've been studying some other stuff and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been on that YSL case. There's another case. I forgot the guy's name, but there's a case of like some weird cult like type of killings and stuff and marriages and stuff that I've been watching. I'm gonna bring that forward too, but. You know what I mean? I've been working on some stuff. But anyway, man, thank you guys for all tuning in. Once again, you guys are in the house with Big Dice from DDM TV. And I had a live scheduled about a week ago or whatever, but unfortunately, I fell under the weather. Yeah, I was a victim of COVID. But I'm cool. I made it through. I think it was COVID because I feel better today, but that don't mean it's gone, right? Anyway, so check it out. What we doing right now is we about to check out Darrell Brooks and the words of allegedly passion that he had, like in his statements before sentencing, right before getting sentenced. It was basically them giving him a chance to give a recommendation of what he thinks should happen, or what punishment does he think he should receive. You know what I mean? And the whole time, you know what I'm saying, he's pressing because, you know, he wants to go to a mental institute. And we gonna hear him talk about that for 2 hours. So we probably gonna break this shit down in like 2 different videos or whatever. But I ain't gonna keep talking, man. Let's go ahead and get started, and then we'll catch up in the middle of this. Well, not the middle, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, where's it at? Hold on. I'm out of order right now, y'all. It won't let me play it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, hey, salute to all the new subscribers, man. We got like over 100 new subscribers from that last video, and I just want to say, personally, salute to all of you. If you notice, I try to respond to everybody in the comments, because if you come and you want to be a part of this channel, that's exactly what it should be, a part of this channel. You came over here to have another extension of your television lineup. So you guys are definitely wanted here. You guys are definitely appreciated. And I hope you guys appreciate me. Let's go.
Else joined the Zoom? No. All right. Then at this time, the court will close the Zoom. The proceedings are being live streamed, and family and friends can watch that way as well. Mr. Brooks, I'll turn it over to you then. This is your opportunity to address the court. What, if anything, would you like to say, sir?
Now, mind you, before he gets started, she said this is your chance to address the court, like any recommendations you think you should have, which should only take a little bit. I just feel like I should do this, you know, I understand what I did, da-da-da-da-da. Take accountability, you know what I mean? Anything like that. Oh, no, we're going right back into a whole Darrell Brooks seminar where you can't tell if the nigga's teaching sincere or what.
Yeah, I do have
You hear that voice?
a lot to say. I'm gonna like to stand up if I may.
Go ahead.
It's emotional. I apologize for taking so long. I want to start first. By giving glory to God.
Listen to him. But if you look at his face, look, hold on, give me 1 second. If you look at his face, now this is the problem I have with some of my people. We be crying with no tears. So it don't seem sincere, even though I know people can get emotional and pretty much cry with no tears. I mean, I think I know that. I don't think I've ever, I guess I've witnessed it, but I ain't never believed it, because I got to see tears to see that emotion. You know what I'm saying? So he's shivering, lip quivering, making little sounds and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That was my lip, by the way, you guys. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do the other thing in the mic or nothing, so don't even trip off of that. But I can't say that he's not emotional and he shouldn't be emotional, because no matter what happened to the victims, and that's a sad story, and that story will be told and go down in history for ages to come. That's the problem with it happening right now in this era, the media age. Because we still talking about stories that come from little manuscripts today. So this is something that's so tragic, it's gonna go down in history. It's probably gonna be case studies and all that on this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So just aside from all the victims and all the carnage that happened on November 21st, was it 2021 to be exact. Forget all that for a second and just try to think where he's coming from. Not to agree with him, just to see how he could be emotional. Now, he's a piece of work, no doubt. He is definitely a piece of work. But he's facing the rest of his life, and I guarantee it keep playing over in his head over and over and over. Why did I do that? But then I got another assumption of what I think happened, being that the police and all that shot at him, being that he would drive down that way with all those people, all those witnesses, all those police around that you can clearly see because it's a parade. He sees the police. He's not running from the police. He's driving right towards the police. So what does that tell everybody? The dude got into a fight with his baby mother of 16 years, Erica Patterson, and he couldn't take what had happened out there on the road, her actually fighting back, friends helping her, and he doesn't have the upper hand anymore, right? So now it's one of them situations. He probably told Erica, well, all right, bitch, when I'm, you know what I'm saying, when I'm dead, don't say nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So I got a feeling he rode through that route trying to get the police to take him out. Just to hurt that girl. That's how sick in his head he is. Now, I'm not saying that's for a fact. It's just all the pieces that I put together about it. That's what I came up with. He tried to pull a suicide by police shooting, and it didn't work because the police didn't shoot him. They shot at the car. Basically trying to warn him, like, stop, slow the car down. Because you also got pedestrians around, so you can't shoot out in the crowd all willy-nilly like that. You feel what I'm saying? But I do believe that he tried to do that. He tried to take his own life by driving through there and having the police take him out because he's a coward and he can't do it himself. You understand what I'm saying? When that didn't happen, now he's stuck. That's like jumping off a building trying to commit suicide and you messed around and survived. Which we would call you fucked around and found out. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just my little synopsis on it. Let's go.
Wholeheartedly.
Salute to the chat. Day ones.
Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Believe that he was sent here by the Father.
Real Mad TV, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to any content. Any content creator that come in this chat, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to them. That's how we doing it.
Everybody in this courtroom today, everyone walking this planet, mostly for those of us who will believe. I believe that he was crucified on the cross at Calvary. And he shed his blood on that cross. And he died. And he was buried. And then he rose again after 3 days to glory. Took his glorious place at the right hand of the Father. The Bible says that he was exalted, given a name that is above all names, so that at the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow, in heaven, on earth, and under the earth, and every tongue shall confess that Jesus is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. It's not just something that I was taught by my family. It's something I believe in my heart. just want to clarify one thing. A lot of references was made to one of the things I said regarding my conscience being clear.
Now, mind you, remember when he said, my conscience is clear, I'm okay. I know what's happening to me. My conscience is clear. I had to get past that while sitting in the courtroom saying this in front of victims, victims' families, and other people from the neighborhood that happen to attend the court. Not only that, that's going out nationwide, worldwide. That's how big this case was. This is a definite viral case, felony case. You understand what I'm saying? So when you sit there and you say something like, I had to get past that, I put it behind me, even if you did. How so, though, when you're in the middle of the litigation of the court case? I understand you've been down a whole year. And after a whole year, you was able to get past that? Put that behind you like, yep, oh, well, I did it. How you put past feeling a body under a car, feeling that car jump up from a body, knowing you smacked a little kid or could have smacked numerous, or matter of fact, you did smack numerous kids, and you got over it? Damn, man. That's some wild stuff to say in the earshot of everybody. And you think you have a chance in this court. Like, he didn't have a chance. This is not a fair court trial for him. And it's not a fair court trial for him based on his actions, not the court or the system. The system didn't screw him on this one.
And having the time to think about it last night and to understand that the victims have the right to feel how they want to feel. They have the right to their opinions. And understanding that there's a lot of emotion, pain, frustration, anger, hatred, a lot of emotions. But I don't want that comment to be twisted. I don't want that comment to become another narrative that's ran with and taken out of context. That comment was made is because I made the decision to rededicate my life to Christ when this tragedy happened.
So when the tragedy happened,
In no way did.
so when this tragedy happened, exactly when it happened, right after you was done with it, that's when you was like, I'm rededicating my life to Christ after doing this. Just like that. And it couldn't happen a split second before. You couldn't think, you know what? I shouldn't even drive all the way out here. Because that's what make it even worse. You drove all the way from Milwaukee. Was it Milwaukee? You drove all the way from out there to Waukesha, which is a pretty, you know what I mean? Pretty good drive. So intent being proven can be proven on that part alone. You came to Waukesha over Erica Patterson already in rage. And your rage took out 6 innocent victims and injured many more. Innocence. Now, just let anybody know, anybody that's like, you know what I'm saying, because people know I grew up, I've lived the street life. I'm a civilian dude now, basically. You know what I'm saying? I'm white picket fence, family, all that stuff, right? Speaking from a street sense, like I say all the time, people in prison don't agree with him. People on the street don't agree with him. People in the street don't agree with him. Because we don't We not in the business, at least my generation, we ain't in the business of messing with innocent bystanders, taxpayers, or anything like that, just like Omar said in The Wire. People that ain't a part of the game they're not allowed in the game, and we're not allowed to involve them in the game. That's why a snitch is somebody that's in the game. A snitch isn't a civilian. A civilian is supposed to do what a civilian is supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? They're supposed to take care of that. Regular folk. But you ain't gonna see no street dude go run down no damn. And even though we do dangerous, we've done dangerous stuff in our time, but we're not gonna run down no street and just start hitting people. That's some Grand Theft Auto type of stuff.
That comment referred to not having any remorse, not having any understanding. It was strictly made to that point that I have repented, that I have asked God for forgiveness, that I have sent many prayers up. Learning how to wrap my head around this whole situation has been extremely hard. Extremely hard.
He still hasn't mentioned the victims though. No remorse.
Get minimal time to reflect in a place like this.
Now, let me stop him right there. He said you get minimal time to reflect. Not reflect on victims or anything, just reflect. Because he's literally talking about himself, and he will do that for the whole 2 hours. You understand what I'm saying? So, he says he has minimal time to reflect in that place. People, if you ain't never been to prison before or been locked up in jail, the one thing you have plenty of is time to reflect. That's all you have is time. So that don't make no sense right there. If I was a juror, I'd have been telling the other jurors, like, man, hey, he full of shit.
But one of those minimal times that you get to reflect in a place like this is when you're alone in your cell. When it's just you and the walls. One of the victims made a comment about trying to understand why this happened. That's a question I struggle with myself. The why, the how. How could life ever get this far away from what it should be? Regardless of what a lot of people may think about me, about who I am, about my family, about my beliefs.
You got to stop telling people what they think about you, and just worry about what's in
I
your
know who
mind.
I am.
What up,
God
Vicky?
knows who I am. And I don't have any work.
Hey, look, look. Sorry to pause it, and I know there's been a few people that got in the comments like, "Man, stop talking, let us watch the video." I get y'all, but that's not what this channel's about. That's why when I do my thing, I do it after the video's been around, circulated and everything. So there's always a place to go just watch the video. That's how I got the video. But my reason for stopping it right here is because it kills me when people throw religion and God in it so quick after they just did wrong. Like, you couldn't throw God in it before this happened, but immediately right after it happened, you come on, man. Come on, man. That's probably the worst thing you can do when you do things like this. When you cause a I can't even say it right now. A travesty like this, a tragedy like this. They go straight to God. And God knows who I am. So he know you was gonna do this. Because that's what I be saying about when people say things are written and everything's already written in stone and what's gonna be is gonna be. But then when something happens, we point the finger at each other and he's wrong, that's a bad person, he's going to hell. Well, if he was going to hell, that means he was already going to hell. That means he was already gonna do this. That means Darrell Brooks was meant to drive down that crowd of people, which I doubt. Because then how do you explain free will? Like I said in the last video. So people go run to God, and I think that's the worst thing you could do, especially in a defense, is try to play everybody on God. Because they're playing God right back against you like that's his God. My God is why you're here right now, why you're going under the jail. People just leave God out of it, please. You understand what I'm saying? So he'll play this whole thing, giving out Bible verses and all that. All that stuff is a play to try to play on the jury's soft heart. That's all that is.
Words of anger. Any.
Oh, Vicky. My bad, y'all. But Vicky, you just reminded me of something. You're right. Vicky said the way he is gaslighting the victims is crazy to me. And man, the whole little time I've been sick this week, I've been thinking that same thing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I lost a little respect for Judge Dorrow over the time of doing this case and gained a lot more respect for Attorney Opera. You feel me? Because the judge should have never let this happen. This was bad. It was a long, drawn-out case, drawn out by Darrell Brooks on purpose. And me, I think the judge, being a professional, should not have let it get that far in this case to where he's literally gaslighting everybody in their face the whole time. You understand what I'm saying? Even the way he acted, the no remorse and all that, man, them victims didn't have to deal with that. Yet Judge Dorrow didn't stop it out of fear of thinking that he, you know what I mean, which he could have been, which he probably couldn't. Well, you know what I mean, he probably wasn't. Because based on certain things, I can't see him trying to get a mistrial or nothing because he messed that up in the beginning of the trial already. You understand what I'm saying? But Judge Darrell, she should have been more stern on him, and she should have stopped a lot of that shit that went on before it ever got there. She kept giving him chance after chance. You got one more chance. I'm going to ask you one more time. And that'll be like the fifth or sixth time. So yeah, over the, you know what I mean, the duration of reporting on this and watching it, and then especially this week when I was focused on it, I lost a little respect for the judge because the judge shouldn't have let the victims go through that. I understand he deserved a fair trial. But the antics he caused, that was most of the trial. If you break down the whole trial, you know, I'm talking about the pieces that really matter. The parts that count. The real trial, not his antics. That trial probably only about 4 days long. Real talk.
Any shots, so to speak, to throw back? As I said before, I had to look inside myself and understand why the comments was being made.
Yes, she did call him out.
Why people
call her
feel
out
the way they feel, and they have the right to.
She's sickened with him.
If I may.
No.
You just need to turn forward, sir.
Yeah, you need to. He needs to turn forward. Cause did you just hear what he said? What do you mean? That's the victim's rights to feel how they feel. They didn't want that right. You made them feel like that, bro. So what you make it seem like it's a choice that they feel like that.
For that, yeah.
Respect it.
Man, this dude get me pissed off every time I watch it.
I think it's important to state why I did want to turn. Comment was made about this mask. It's something that I've worn the whole year of this incident. I'm not gonna say don't, but I don't feel like I needed to go in too wild. Chose to wear this. There are a lot of different reasons why. But it definitely has nothing to do with hiding anything. There is nothing to hide. When you're on TV every day.
This nigga killed me with all the face movement shit. He is a character, man.
Life is being dissected for the world to see. When your family's on TV every day in some capacity. When you're on pretty much every social media platform. What is there to hide from? I want each and every victim in this incident.
Uh-oh. Is he going to give it to us?
Family members. Those who lost loved ones. Those who are still healing. I want you to know that no matter how you felt during this year, no matter how you felt yesterday, I want everyone to know, also the community of Waukesha, I want you to know that
peep the gaslighting. Watch, just, oh my God.
Not only am I sorry for what happened, I'm sorry that you could not see what's truly in my heart. That you cannot see the remorse that I have. That you cannot listen to all the phone calls that I've made to my family. That you cannot hear all the prayers that I've said in my cell. That you cannot count all the tears that I've dropped in this year.
Like, do you hear that? You're sorry for what they can't see that's in your heart? Bro, they don't even know you. And the first time of them meeting you, they happen to become victims of you and your tirade? Like, for bro to go in there and say, not only am I sorry, no, that's what you should be saying. You should be very apologetic, down on your knees, crying, I don't know why this happened, da-da-da-da-da. Not only am I sorry for what happened, but I'm also sorry that you can't see what's truly in my heart. How many nights I cried, how many nights I mourned. Your shit, oh my God, man. See, that's what happens. Like Jackie Chan said, I like to let people who like to talk. Let you know how full of shit they are. And Darrell Brooks don't ever stop talking. He don't know how to close a conversation out. None of it. He goes and grabs every little ghetto antic he can pull out to do. I don't gotta listen to you. Oh, what they scared? The way he said scared in that one video. Oh, what they scared of it? Like you had to say it like you was some West Coast gangster or something. You know what I mean? Like it's unbelievable. Through all the antics and everything you put this whole courtroom through, you don't even have a prayer in hell with the jury, because the jury is taken away from their own lives for this. For you to sit up in the courtroom and make a mockery of the courtroom.
The truth is hard a lot of times.
Y'all please hit that like button when y'all come in.
Very old,
if you don't mind,
by age standards, but I've been alive long enough to understand that a lot of people are comfortable with hearing what they want to hear, being told what they want to be told.
Here we go. Like, y'all remember he told the one victim that was up on the stand, he was like, it seems like you remembering what you want to remember and purposely not remembering. You know what I mean? When they stopped him and Judge Dorrow gave him the warning. Now he's saying it again. So where do you have a case for people believing what they want to believe and not believing what they don't want to believe? If that even make any sense. But where in your case does that take place? Because it's clearly you in the truck. We can see your face. It's clearly you that ran over people. We can see your face. It was clearly you at that person's house trying to use their phone. We can see that it's clearly you. We can see your face. So I don't even understand that part. Like, why would you say that to everybody? People believing what they want to believe. Like, what's a lie? Where's the lie at? I don't get it. I don't get it.
And being okay with that. It's easy to accept what's on the surface. It's easy to accept what's being put out there. It's harder to pull back the veil. It's harder to...
Man, if you talking out the side of your mouth was a person.
Look deeper than the surface.
Salt, what's happening?
And regardless to the truth, I understand that there are many people that would never forgive what happened. I have to be okay with that. And I hold no ill will towards them for that. I have to be okay with the fact that people will be angry. Some for a long time, some forever. I think it was clear
I don't think people are mad.
respects.
I think people despise you. I think people wish they could have got their hands on you before the police did. I promise you they think that, or they thought that. Now, as far as forgiving you, it's not forgiving you for what you did. It's forgiving you so they can move on with their life. But they not, you ever heard forgive but don't forget? Now, it's that forget that's hard. It's that forget that's the real pain. You understand what I'm saying? So people ask for forgiveness, not understanding forgiveness is a given most of the time. It's the forgetting part that's meant to torment you. We ain't never gonna forget it. And the messed up part is, bro, I'm sure you wish you was gone, because the way you finally got your fame, Mr. Math Boy Fly, the way you finally went viral was to make a whole world hate you. I know you wish you was gone.
To how I'm viewed. I will not respond to those comments in anger either.
What up, Gabe? Salute. Thanks for tuning in.
I want to also say that it is not me that can take any pain away, replace what was lost. Give back joy, happiness. There's so many other things that was lost that day.
And they didn't ask for you to do that. Look, he's doing all this beating around the bush and getting his off because it's all about him, if you guys noticed. It's not about anybody else. It's all about him. This is a time when he's supposed to give his recommendations of what he feel he should get sentenced. You know what I mean? And if he has any remorse and want to apologize or anything, he could do that. Nah, this nigga take a chance to go talk about who he is and like anybody wanted to know your life story. You're not that damn mentally challenged that you can't function in the world on your own. Nah, you was a down low dude. Now let's call it what it is, nigga. You was a down low nigga. You was sleeping out in the back house, in the garage or whatever, in your mama's truck, the same truck that was in your Map Boy Fly video, the same truck you used in the parade attack. And yes, it was an attack. That 2 blocks where you didn't hit nobody, that was that 2 blocks giving you time to think. I'm just had the cops take me out, man. I'm tired of living in this world. I'm telling you guys, he tried to pull a suicide by an officer when he went through that parade. Now, do I think it was intentional that he went and hit the people? Low key, yeah. Low key, no. I think he thought he would have been killed or something by the police before that. It didn't happen. They didn't give him that. Because that whole 2 blocks he drove without hitting anybody was him thinking like frustrated. I'm homeless. She up here. She ain't fucking with me no more. She got new friends. I'm really alone now. I'm just tired. I'm tired of this. Like, come on, man. I'm telling you, we got to dig deeper and see what this fool was on. Ooh, excuse me. And see what this fool was on. You think about his situation, because nobody can come up with why would he do this. That's the only thing I can come up with. He didn't think he was gonna live past it, which is just as selfish. What's up, buddy Lee? Salute, bro.
I think all that comes with belief in Christ. I believe that all that comes with time. It's a process. It's a process that we all have to go through. I noticed a lot of things that I've said over the duration of this trial where there's a lot of misconception. I don't consider myself to be a man of God yet. It's something that I'm learning. with time, with faith, with study. Lord willing, I will make it to that point at God's appointed time. Something that I'm learning.
Yet this nigga say this ain't something that I'm just picking up now. This is something that's been embedded in me, been raised in me, been taught to me by my family, and now all of a sudden I'm not a man of God yet. That's because you knew you ran afoul by running your mouth talking about you was a man of God, trying to quote scriptures and all that to people. This man crazy, bro. This man right here is crazy. Literally. Now, as far as mental illness, yeah, he crazy. That's all. Throw him in the cell, let him be crazy by himself. That boy don't even got no he can't even get no canteen. His restitution's so high. And they taking everything that's coming to his books.
For anyone that doesn't think that I've spent time.
See, this is what I mean. Like, see, this is what I mean. He does this whole thing this whole time, speaking for everybody. No matter what people think, people may think this, or upon popular belief. Like, come on, man, you got to stop speaking for everybody else and how they feel and just speak for you. Speak for what you want to be sentenced, nigga. This is sentencing. This is your time. You want to play this the best you can to get the best outcome that you can, because what you didn't want was you didn't want to serve life without the possibility of parole. And you definitely didn't want your charges ran consecutive. But see, this is a situation where just like in the police force, you know what I'm saying, or even in prison, both sides. You doing something, you mess up, you tell them where you would like to go, that's exactly where they're not going to send you.
Even before this, you're mistaken. Passages were quoted from Romans 6:23 in particular. The wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. That's Romans 6:23. It's a verse I'm very familiar with and I've read numerous times. Countless other passages are all passages that I'm familiar with. But the thing about Scripture is not only studying and reading it, it's about applying it to your life. Applying it.
Mind y'all, this Negro just said, I'm not a man of God yet. It's something that I'm learning. Now you want to teach?
It's not about just reading it or being able to quote it. It's about living it.
But you ain't living it though. That's the point. That's why you shouldn't be using that right now. You came in there, you played with the Bible and religion like the attorneys and the witnesses said.
At times,
it was a prop.
Doing all these proceedings, mostly trial. I've become frustrated at times.
Frustrated. My people, we got to learn how to talk. That's why nobody understands us and we think they being racist.
You, Your Honor, to know, I want the entire court to know that.
Look, y'all want to talk proper, but don't put your own spin on it thinking you know what you're talking about, like he kept objecting and saying relevancy. Huh? It sounds like you're trying to work at a hospital, residency. You know what I mean? You mean relevance?
Regardless to what you may think about those particular incidents, they were not personal.
Wow.
Being here throughout this year and the constant learning how to deal with everything, learning how to take everything in. What you see, what you hear.
Yeah, if looks could kill, Judge Dorrow was
Things
sticking
being shouted
daggers.
at you, the threats. And,
Listen, y'all.
Everything that you have to deal with just being here.
No victims. Nothing about the victims yet. Still about him and what he's going through. About what people are doing to him, saying about him, doing to his family. Not understanding that he ain't even taking accountability for that. Like, you're not even taking accountability that you put your family through this, just like you put all their families through it.
It was like a culmination. Sometimes you get so frustrated because you feel like your hands are tied. You don't know what to do. And for a person like me, it's easy for me to get to that point. And so they would come out in frustration. I take responsibility for that and apologize to you, Your Honor, in the court. Nothing about it was personal. It was a part of me that felt that I haven't been able to defend myself. And I think it was just the pot boiling over. I was wrong for not being able to control myself the times that I wasn't me. For long as I can remember, I've dealt with a lot of issues. And going back to what I said a little bit earlier about what people see on the surface. A lot of people don't understand what it is to battle mental health issues. Not just that, but the difficulties of life in general.
Still talking about himself. Gen X Media, what's up, bro?
The childhood I had.
And see, he's taking all this as he's supposed to be saying his recommendations and stuff for what he feel he should be sentenced based on the charges brought up against him. And it's about 76 of them. Somewhere in his mind, he got to know that all of it holds a life sentence at the end. It all depends on what type of life sentence they want to dish out to you. So your best bet is to start stating that. Yet he still goes on a rant. And we're already 23 minutes into his little part of this whole thing, his little speech or whatever he's doing. And the only time he mentioned the victims, he said, not only am I sorry for what happened, but I'm sorry you can't see what's truly in my heart. Now tell me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If that's not like saying, I'm sorry you feel like that. Because that's not necessarily a sorry to anybody or anything. I'm not sorry to you. I'm sorry you feel that way, but oh well. Basically. Is it not?
Not having a father, having to see my mom sometimes work 2 and 3 jobs just to be able to support us.
That's the only remorse he had, Vicky. And even that was a show.
I remember being a child and me and my sister, my mom only had 2 children. My sisters passed away.
Play on the soft hard. Rest in peace to his sister.
I remember being a child and me and my sister and my mom standing in the welfare line to get milk, to get cheese, bread, Spam.
Don't this feel like some 1988
When you a kid,
rap
you
song?
don't understand that. You think it's normal.
Yet you weren't allowed in your mama house.
I remember living in apartment buildings infested with rodents and bugs.
Hey, thinking of Erica Patterson, if you guys aren't tuned in to into Auntie Miracle B, that's the name of her channel. You know what I mean? I've known her for years. Real cool people. You know what I mean? She do real good content, especially on this subject right here. And she does have the most recent interview I've seen as of recent with Erica Patterson. So if you guys want to check it out, I was gonna reach out and get an interview with her, and then I seen Auntie Miracle B's interview with her. So I don't even need to do that, because you know what I'm saying, me and the people I hang around, we far from clout chasers. You know what I mean? The content is the content. Somebody do it, I don't have to do that. I go grab another lane so we can all get the story out, not all be doing the same thing. Like, I hate rolling through YouTube and every channel I'm subscribed to is doing the same content. Like, come on, man. Either we content creators or we aren't. So if you guys could, please go check out Auntie Miracle B and check out the most recent interview with Erica Patterson. And she is interviewed by the host, who is also Auntie Miracle B. So y'all go check her out, man. Salute to her.
Pouring in cereal in your bowl and having bugs in it.
Go check out AG Tactical also. If I can remember, I'll leave the links for channels that I watch with this content. If you guys aren't tuned in to everybody, I'll leave links in the chat of the content creators that I frequent with this content.
A lot of people weren't raised like that, so it'd be hard for them to pull back that veil and understand that.
We're supposed to understand that he got mental health issues, so it should be okay what he did. It was a mental break.
Physical abuse.
Look, see, now when I was watching it earlier, when I was watching this earlier this week, and I'm looking at him when he say that part, that's probably the only part where I seen some emotion in his face, like for real, because I believe the crying and all that stuff was fake. I believe he's putting on a straight show, doing whatever he can to, like he's always done, being the baby. Remember, he had a big sister and him, 2 kids, and he's the boy. Tell me he wasn't spoiled his whole life. That's the reason his mama had to kick him out the house, because of the little brat she created. Her and his sister. Because that's the little boy. That's the boy. The baby, though. So I don't buy none of that. But this part right here, when he say, you know what I'm saying, like abused and all that type of stuff, what I really think he mean is maybe as a child molested, anything like that. But I did see something in his eyes that said that part may have been true. And if that's the case, well then my heart goes out to him for that and that only.
Are supposed to live.
But this ain't a situation where hurt people. Nah. This is a narcissistic dude that may have been through a lot in life, but you involved people that didn't have nothing to do with your life is the point. I'm pissing myself off right now. I'm making myself mad. Ain't that something? I hate things that aren't logical.
Trying to understand why your mind thinks the way it does. Why you don't comprehend certain things.
Why you talk out the side of his mouth like that?
why no one can provide the answers that you want. Fact of the matter is, I have at times been medicated. I have been in mental health facilities.
All
for
true.
a short time.
All true. Maybe it shouldn't have been a short time, though. Maybe you should have completed the process and got the help you needed when the help was provided before this happened. Now you in here making a plate for either insanity or mental health issues, and I should go to a
honestly
facility.
Say that life was better. It helped. I think when you're going through something mentally that you don't understand, it always helps.
Wasn't she older than him, though?
People not so much that can relate. That also helps, but it's more. It's not the relating part of it. It's more of the that you can feel comfortable being yourself with. Someone to listen. Someone to tell you that, hey, it's all right. You can't let your guard down.
This dude doing a damn commercial. Like I can guarantee you, just by the way he talk and the way he's so animated with everything, and none of it goes together like it's his personality. It seems like he just pulls out of the air the certain ways he want to say something, the certain things he's gonna say. You know what that tell me? He was a TV baby. He sat in front of the TV all day. Unless he was outside, but for the most part, he a TV baby. Don't even get me started on that, Vicky, because his rap sheet's so long, he probably should have been sitting down in prison somewhere serving time and probably about to get out in a few years instead of being out able to even, you know what I'm saying? Because he was out on bail already. He was out on bail already. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and if y'all wouldn't have gave him a bail, he wouldn't have been bailed out to be out to do that in the first place. I mean, everybody deserve a bail or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's a lot. And back to what I said about truth. People are going to, like I said, believe what they want, and that's okay. But this needs to be said.
Fucking character, man.
What happened on November 21st, 2021?
Here we go again.
Was
not. Look, the suspense is up. The crowd is waiting. They're all like, here it come. Here comes the remorse.
Not an attack.
Oh, ugly ass.
It was not planned, plotted.
Oh, we know that. We know it wasn't planned or plotted. It was a choice at the spur of the moment, which makes it even worse to me.
Hear that perpetuated, constantly pushed.
You could tell around people he knew he was the dude that talked all the time and lied his whole life.
You wonder why? Why? This was not an attack.
I can see it. I see what you say. I see what you said, mad militant.
This was not an intentional act. No matter how many times you say it over and over, it was not.
And you expect the victims to roll with you on that? Oh, well, I mean, since he's saying no matter how many times we say that it was an attack over and over, well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't an attack, babe. Maybe it wasn't an attack. I mean, he's saying it no matter how many times we say it over and over, that it was not an attack. How do you expect the victims of this situation and how much carnage you laid behind your trail? How do you expect them to see it any other way? No matter what your intentions was. Your intentions could be that it wasn't an attack. But their intentions, and rightfully so, is nothing other than an attack. Because, Negro, we don't even know you. We were enjoying the Christmas Day parade, and it's messed up because the song that was playing on the radio was Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock. Made the whole situation like it was like melodic. You know what I mean? And for that to happen, it's crazy. I don't want to say anything and say how it made the scene seem, for lack of a better term, because I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. It's just sensitive. We just gonna move on. You gave him an hour to get somewhere.
I have a lot of, and this has nothing to do with the victims, the families of the victims.
His little remorse he do
And as
give
a matter
is
of fact,
BS.
I'm grateful that they had the opportunity to voice their opinions and their frustrations and their angers, because I believe and hopefully that will alleviate some of the wounds. I could never point a finger at them and say they're wrong for what they said, their opinions, how they feel. Never. And I won't do it. I won't do it now, and I won't do it ever.
Why would you even have that
They're
thought?
well within their rights.
Here we go with the rights again. Nah, nigga.
To feel how they feel.
There's no right or nothing about it. Just like he say, it's fact. Erica Patterson sent me these pictures. It's fact. Nah, nigga, the way they feel is a fact. What you did is a fact that you did it. This dude, man.
I felt a lot of frustration and anger yesterday, not towards any of the victims.
And you shouldn't. That's what I don't get is bro act like he has a side that needs to have teammates and all that, and my side against your side type thing. Nah, bruh. You ever heard the phrase caught red-handed? There ain't no side. You're fighting for your life. So what would you be angry at any of the victims for, even if they called you a name? You don't think you deserve that much, if not more? You don't think you deserve for them to be frustrated and think that you're the most diabolical person in the world? Did you think that there was going to be people in the world that came to aid you? Did you think Minister Farrakhan or somebody was going to send you a lawyer? You thought somebody was going to get behind that. Hell, we didn't even show up to the courtroom for you for this. Couple of them did, but trust me, they was just as civilian as everybody else. Because you hurt everybody with this, bruh. You hurt the whole, you hurt the world with this. You hurt humanity with this here. And I still feel like you did it for one or two reasons, or maybe both. After it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen, for the police to take you out. Here it come a year later for the court. Now it's about the attention. Now it's about, whether good or bad, all publicity is good publicity. They gonna remember me. So it's still about him. 2 years later, after this whole tragedy, it's still all about him.
It was towards Miss Susan L. Opera.
Here we go. He couldn't wait to get at her.
And I won't even throw shots back at her. Again, I choose to take the high road.
Did this nigga just say the high road? Why you didn't take the high road before the accident? That's what I don't get. People do things that they regret, and then they try to speak like they always know their choices and know what they make. You know what I mean? The way you coming off is the reason why it sounds like intent. That's my point, Vicky. I couldn't get it out right. I couldn't get it out right, Vicky, but that is my point. He shouldn't have an opinion on their reaction. He got to stop telling people what they're supposed to feel. That's why it's dismissive when he say, no matter how people may feel, nigga, don't go for their feelings before you say what you're going to say. Just say what you got to say and let us react how we going to react. Don't try to sugarcoat it and water it down for yourself. Oh, my bad. I forgot. It's all about you, right? What's up, Tracy?
Clear language that was used by her.
Yep, Jay Prince. And he a goofy anyway.
Not gonna fire back. I'm not gonna do that. Am I angry? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's one ugly nigga.
But so what?
Can I get? Let me see if I can get it. See
Am
if
I
I can
angry?
get this face right there.
Hell yeah.
No, he still think he gotta look
Hell
thugged. He think he still gotta look thugged out. Look, my bad, Joe.
Clear language that was used by her.
She tired. She's tired
Not
of this
gonna
whole
fire
case.
back. I'm not gonna do that.
I just don't understand why he still think this is somebody that's in the mall that disrespected you. Attorney Opera got a job to do, just like defending yourself was your job. You decided to defend yourself. You sat up here and told everybody none of it was personal. The way you acted in the courtroom, none of it was personal. That's what you just said. Yet, you made everything personal. Even when you stopped the whole court case to say, "Oh, I see what's going on, the coaching of the witnesses, and just know I ain't stupid." That, man, you sound like you sound so, man, you don't even sound like today ghetto. You sound like 92 ghetto. 1992 ghetto, when people were still writing bad checks and stuff. That's the type of ghetto you sound like. You know what I mean? And then he sit there and say, "Am I mad?" Nobody asked him that, right? But am I mad? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. TV, baby. Trust me when I tell you. Sound like something from Boys in the Hood or something right there, didn't it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like putting the emphasis and all that on it, like, come on, bro. That's why I lost a little percentage of respect I have for Judge Dorrow. Because she should have controlled this whole case better. And I ain't saying that she had to control this. Let him speak freely before sentencing, no doubt. But all the shenanigans and the shit that he put them victims through this court trial, not what he put the judge through or the attorneys through, what people had to sit there and watch take place. And then as soon as somebody says, rest in, see you in hell or rest in hell, you piece of shit. First, dude blurted that out. What happened? Judge Darrell removed him from the courtroom immediately, and anybody else that said anything, they were removed immediately. Now, to an extent, I understand protecting the court and the case for, you know what I'm saying, for any appeals that may come. But controlling this dude is not gonna stop the appeal, or not. It's not gonna grant him an appeal. Maybe a mistake or something, but there was mistakes that was made. In spelling, in grammar, you know what I mean? In things that were said that he could have used that he never caught on to because he don't know what he doing. You understand what I'm saying? Which I'm glad he didn't catch on to it, because at no point should this man be free for what he did. And I hate to even say that, because I'm not a nigga that think anybody should go to jail. Not that they shouldn't. That just ain't my thought in my head. Oh, people need to go to jail every day. That's just not what I do. But this nigga, oh yeah.
And can't be mad at somebody for doing their job.
Like why is he saying this? They don't care about none of that. That's you. He act like he talking to Larry over there at the corner store to be over there dancing and stuff. Or Fast Freddy and them.
Attorney DYSE, Attorney with y'all, I respect you guys. Regardless of what you may feel about me, I respect you.
There you go again. There you go again.
I really do.
And for anybody that tuned in, anybody that tuned in late, this video is gonna be done in maybe 2 or 3 parts, because he goes on for 2 hours in this thing, man. You know what I mean? So we might as well break it up and get a few more lives cracking with this, right? And don't worry, I'm better, so we ain't gonna be out for no week or nothing.
Ooh, Attorney Opera. The difference between all you guys is, you, Attorney Opera, I don't respect how you did your job. And I never
fuck is coming out of his mouth? Teeth? He said, I don't respect how you did your job.
And I refuse.
And I never will.
To get in a name calling. I refuse to raise my voice. I refuse to do any of that.
Like he act like this whole situation was a shout out to everybody. Was a shout out to everybody before he get on a flight and get out of here and run, or before he's sentenced to the death penalty. Even if that was to happen, nigga, you'll still be alive for 20 some odd years before you get killed. But you up in here addressing everybody like this the last day of the show, which proves to me that you putting on a show.
And I realized that last night. The part of me that I don't understand why it goes the way it goes had every intention to come in here and lay into you.
Like, nigga, let your fake gangster persona go already.
This nigga
just told Attorney Opera he had every intentions to come into the courtroom and lay into her. Meaning like go to hell off on her. Like, nigga, you in a courtroom. You ain't at the mall. That ain't your next door neighbor. What do you think laying into her is gonna get you and gonna get her? You think it's gonna bother her? What is gonna get you is penalized, not her. So you could have did it all you want, but see, his problem is he think what he got to say resonates with people emotionally. And don't nobody care. That's what he didn't understand about the whole court case. Nobody in that room gave a damn about him.
The fact of feeling that I needed to defend myself by some of the things you said.
We'd still be here and he'd be
the
talking
audacity
live.
to speak on situations
Now
that
listen,
had nothing to do with this tragedy. As if you were there, as if you had intimate details, as if you knew everything that led up to those allegations.
now the allegations he's talking about, which wasn't even Attorney Opera that confronted him on it, he's talking about the allegations with him and Erica Patterson, because he got real steamed with that one, because he's a registered sex offender for statutory rape. Oh, he hated that. And that's part of what make me say, oh, this nigga was trying to take himself out. He was hoping the police shot him at that parade. Killed him because he couldn't do it himself. He's a coward. Cowards can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So he can't get nowhere to live. He can't do nothing. He can't, because he's registered. Everywhere he goes, gonna follow him. Everybody gonna know. They're gonna send out pamphlets saying that he's in the neighborhood. All that. So I'm sure, bro, bro, feeling like I ain't got nothing else to live for. Because he definitely don't think about his kids. A person that think about themselves can't do that. All they do is claim possessions. They don't necessarily think about their children. That'll be the same dude walking around, fresh Air Force Ones, fresh Jordans, nice tall T jeans, whoop-de-whoop, kid looking like they on welfare. He that dude.
Just by reading the police report.
When they didn't take him out, that fucked him up. Because that wasn't part of the plan to serve life in prison. That was not part of his plan, trust me.
Situation is unique in its own way. It all has different circumstances that leads to ultimately what ends up happening. Reading the police report doesn't give you the right to pass judgment on a situation that frankly is none of your concern.
Did that nigga just turn into a Karen? And I hate that phrase. Cause my mama named Karen. And my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So, but did he just turn into a Karen right now? When he said, frankly, is none of your concern. It's none of your business. Look, they almost look like
Honestly,
they holding in their laughs, huh? Like this cornball.
You would think for someone that's been doing your job as long as you have, you would think you would understand that. You would think that you have some kind of integrity.
He was trying to get that Uber and be in the wind, wasn't he? He was over there, came right away, so he already on the highway.
Even with that, not gonna bash, not gonna say anything disrespectful, not gonna call you anything other than your God-given name. as far as the integrity, though. I won't ever be able to wrap my head around
like in the fact that they let this go on, where the nigga just slow play everything. Like, you know, like he's saying everything in little broken up pieces like that. You feel me? Even though I'm doing it a little bit faster than him, but that's how he's doing it. You know, and then he do all the little face movements and the lip poke outs and stuff like that. Like, I've never seen a character so much in character mode that he ain't even being himself.
Why you did things the way you did it. Made reference to this being an open and shut case.
He be trying to use smart words and don't even know how to use them.
Yet you
crazy.
needed a whole team to prosecute an open and shut case, as you say. And again,
Well, usually the prosecutor's desk is a whole prosecution team, idiot. That's why you shouldn't have defended yourself. You talking about they needed a whole team just to convict you? Nigga, just because you let your lawyers go don't mean there wasn't a whole team sitting there. But we're talking about the district attorneys who work right there in said courthouse. They have a team. Every DA is a team. Like, he think Attorney Opera should have stood up there by herself and what, she should have had a lawyer too? Nigga, she is a lawyer. She's the prosecuting lawyer. She doesn't have a plaintiff sitting with her. Or any of them. They're the team. They are your accusers. The state. That's why when he was sitting there talking about accusers and stuff, the reason why they didn't have to tell him is because even if nobody pressed charges, you know what I mean? Even if nobody filed a claim, the DA can still pick that charge up and charge him. Regardless, a felony is still a damn felony. It don't matter if there's witnesses or not. You caught on tape, DA picking it up.
no disrespect to Attorney DYSE, Attorney Whitchild. I feel like they was the reasons why your case had any strong points, not from you.
Just a brat. Not from you. Even though the nigga totally misjudged everything, you put the pedophile comments and stuff, or the sex offender comments and stuff on Attorney Opera. When that was Attorney Whitchild, I believe. So, what are you talking about? Why are you riding down on her because she said the defendant? Even though I agree with him, she did say it like that, even though everybody in the courtroom said that's not how she said it. Yes, she did. They was wrong on that one. But that don't matter. That's not the case. And just to let y'all know, every time somebody coughs, that's them saying bullshit. If you pay attention to the rhythm and when they do it. He say certain shit, somebody coughs.
31 years, you said, well, yeah, you did say 31 years that you've done this. 31 years. I don't believe you're that bright. Yet, I respect you having the resolve.
Yes, he did.
To take on something of this magnitude for this community. Can't do nothing but respect that.
Yet nobody's asking for his respect. They have none for you.
And regardless, when I leave this courtroom, I will have no ill feelings.
Who cares? That, oh my God. Who cares how he feels? Does anybody in the chat care how he feel? Because if you're sitting in the courtroom and you're part of this situation, and you got, you know what I mean, there's victims that's either you a victim or you a family of a victim, or even just somebody sitting in this courtroom that know the situation. You know what I mean? You ain't looking for his respect or nothing, are you? His opinion? None of it. Big waterhead ass boy.
I know this is being live streamed. I believe even in other countries. I've gotten some mail from Germany, Belgium. A lot of it hate mail.
Mind you, he's supposed to be talking about what he would like to receive as a sentence. Where are we at? Now we talking about live streams and stuff?
Which doesn't, I stopped reading it months ago. So it doesn't really affect me. It's irrelevant. I do want to say something to everybody watching as far as those who take the time, spend the energy and money to write and spew hate, not just against myself, but my family, my children. I have no value in anything that you say. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me. Keep up the bad work.
Now correct me if I'm wrong. My people, and I mean my people as far as supporters, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that not and I can't think of what movie it's from, but is that not a movie line? It doesn't pay me, it doesn't hurt me, keep up the bad work. What movie is that from? But that lets you know, TV child. What did I say? He a TV kid. Everything you seeing right here, I bet you if we go and skim through all this stuff, we can catch every little line that he's saying from some show or some movie or some rap song or something. But as far as people hating you and giving you the business online, it doesn't faze me one bit. It should. This is the part of the case where you should be saying how bad that affects you, how bad it makes you feel about the victims. That's where you should go straight into your remorse plea. Idiot. I've never read anything about his family except his mama.
To everyone else.
And even then, they cut the deck.
The people that have sent letters of support.
Definitely never seen no comments of support.
It's not an easy thing to show love and support to someone who's the most hated man on the planet at this point right now in time. It's not easy. It takes a lot of courage to do that. And I thank you for that.
Yeah, he definitely a Reno nigga.
Thanks you for that.
Yeah, he tried to say he from Detroit. That boy is from Nevada.
I want to say to the mother of my children, the mothers, of my children. Obviously, I think I should start with the obvious, Erica Patterson. I want you to know, if you're watching,
Give shout outs to all my baby
I always
mothers.
have love for you. You're one of the mothers of my children. I can never hate you. I refuse.
I
go
should have
that
titled
route.
this Darrell Brooks. I.
Always have love for you.
Me.
I always respect you. We got a beautiful daughter. I haven't always been right in the things that I've said, things I've done in regards to you. What I will say is, it always takes two.
Oh my God. Y'all just heard that, right? And it's crazy because I've heard this over and over. I've watched this video so many times because I just can't comprehend it. Like, you sitting there, you're not saying sorry to her either. You're not, I apologize, I should have never put you through this. You know what I mean? I had you at a young age, and things that I may have did in your life may have molded you and put your life in a certain position that wasn't good for you, and none of that. The fact that you even moved her from Atlanta up there weeks prior for her to just end up in a homeless shelter, and she's still up there in a homeless shelter. I don't think she understands the internet or nothing, but if she want to, people will get her home. Trust and believe. Hell, I helped get her home. And y'all know I feel a certain way about her also. Not a bad way, but I do feel like there are pieces that all create a situation, all the way from the mother to Erica. All you guys knew each other. These people that are victims, the problem I have with this case is these victims did not know that this was gonna happen when they walked out to go to a Christmas parade with their children that day. They had nothing to do with it. That's what hurts my heart. That's what messes with me. That's what makes me hate this man. Not that I wouldn't have a hate for you if you did it to people you know or anything like that, but man, keep that wild rampage stuff that y'all people be doing out here as humankind. Keep that stuff in your circle, man. Innocent bystanders, man, I do not play that. I do not play innocent bystanders. I don't play none of that. But especially innocent people that have nothing to do with nothing. This dude's a coward.
I pray that at some point you will reconcile with your children, and that you remember who I am here in my heart. That you remember that. My oldest son, who's an adult, his mother, beautiful, beautiful spirit. I thank her for the times that she was there to listen when no one else was, when I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on in life, and I was being pulled to this direction or that direction, and just couldn't figure things out. She would take the time to sit and listen, and I thank her for it.
My bad, y'all. Queen Dice walked into the building, home from work. Say hello, love. Say it louder. I don't know if my mic can hear you.
Times where I had nowhere to go, She would find me in the back of abandoned cars or trucks or something of that nature, and she would do things to help. You know, it's a lot of people, a lot of good people out there in the world still. She's one of them. I thank you, Angel. That's her name too, by the way. Angel.
Hey, Mike's Concrete Nap. Hit me up on Instagram at DYSE Media. Same spelling, DYSE_media. Hit me up on Instagram, man. I want to talk to you. Because you know some stuff I want to know. Is what it seems
I
like.
was all over the place mentally.
We're going to do a group watch one of these nights.
Couldn't make decisions.
My bad, y'all. The whole family coming in. All my kids coming home from school. Wife just got
Trying
home
to
from
figure
work.
out how life would go being young parents. The both of us. She never once judged me. She never once ridiculed me and downed me because of my issues. She always was willing to be there. I'm eternally grateful.
Yeah, Mike, hey, hit me up, bro. Hit me up, please.
For that.
Shit.
Jessica, my youngest daughter's mom. I believe it's a reason why God puts anyone in your life at the time that he does. You came into my life at a time where everything was chaotic. I didn't have a clue how to even begin to put one foot in front of the other.
Look, see, check it out. Now, I give anybody this. Shit happens. Certain things happen. We can't understand the brain fully like that. You know what I mean? Especially if we ain't in that field. So we don't understand how the brain works. But we all been through some shit. And we all done some shit that we regret. But this right here, bro, even if you regret it, even if you didn't mean to do it, take accountability for it, though. Stand on business with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about. I ain't never really cared for using that stand on business word like that. I'm an 80s baby. You know what I'm saying? But ever since Lil King and T.I. got into it, and Lil King over there talking about, he know I stand on business. And he from the suburbs, man, that's my new word. You got to stand on business. King voice.
You came into my life at a time where I was pondering,
Listen.
what did I even have to live for?
So this dude he already has suicidal thoughts because he ain't where he want to be in life. You understand? I can see that in him. And they probably should keep a close watch on him while he's locked up. That boy should be on suicide watch for a few years until he get his feet moving and grooving up under him up in that place. Because the reason why they had him in the turtle suit, yeah, I've been down before, so I know what it's called. The turtle suit, they had him in the little green thing that they brought him in the courtroom with. Reason why they had him in that in the first place is because he was already talking like he didn't want to live no more. He even did that inside the interrogation. In the interrogation, he's telling them like, I ain't going to jail for life. That ain't happening and shit. And they already know, nigga, you looking at a life sentence. So what are you telling us? You understand what I'm saying? One thing you gotta be is very careful with what you say when you get arrested and or get locked up in the county jail or in prison, because you are under their responsibility. You are a liability. So anything you say, they're gonna respond to it. You know what I mean? All outside of giving you medication or anything like that, you're gonna have to go through other things to do that. But as far as you sitting there talking like you suicidal or anything like that, even if you don't really mean it, oh, they about to turtle suit your black ass.
And in the midst of that, you gave me my daughter, my baby girl.
Whoa, we quit. Hold on. Man, Mike over here making the chat more interesting than this video. I'm about to react to the chat. You feel me? Nah, Mike said we quit talking to that MF because we caught him talking to his little neighbor girl. He caught that pervert case for. That's how I know he was my homie's neighbor. So you talking about back in the day is when you met him and when Erica was young? Mike, you need to hit me up.
I always get emotional talking about her in particular. Because she's such a daddy's girl. We're very, very close. Very close. Talking about her in particular.
Now, peep how he says this. Me and my baby girl, we're so close. Very close. Or however he said it. Like, this is a TV baby, man. Putting the emphasis very close.
She's such a daddy's girl. We're very, very close. Very close.
We're very, very close. Very close. That's another line from some movie or something, man. I've heard it before. But how is she a daddy's girl? How? When you don't have custody of none of your kids. You ain't in none of your kids' lives. That's been proven in the court. So, where is she a daddy's girl? So, you still steady up in here lying. And of course, I bet you miss your kids now. I bet you miss everything about real life, normal life now. Because that's usually how we feel when we get locked up. And I'm speaking from experience. That's why I say you have nothing but time to think. That's when everything start hitting you for real in real life. That's when everything comes to fruition. And you start being like, damn. Because the little things we take for granted, that's why you ever seen when somebody get out of jail, if any of you have any family members that ever been to jail or prison or anything like that and did some time, when they get out, you ever notice that the little shit they appreciate? It's going to be about 2-3 years before they like, man, I ain't doing the dishes. I ain't taking out the trash. Nah, man, shit, I don't want that. I want a steak. I don't want no 2 tacos from Jack in the Box. Even making a bed, keeping things neat, all the little stuff that they wasn't doing before they got locked down. You ever notice they come home doing? Because when you're in there, all you got time to do is think. So you think about all the little shit. It's crazy. All the major shit that you thought would be on your mind, the shit that was on your mind when you was in the street, all that shit ceased to exist. You don't even think about it. Now you're thinking about, man, I'd love to just be able to walk to the store right now. Not to buy nothing, just to do it because you can. So when you first get out, usually you walking everywhere. Even if you got a car, you want to walk. I'm going to stroll. I'm going to be outside hanging out. You coming out every morning, smoke your little cigarette, have your little coffee, and just chill. Watch the world move. Because all that little stuff, even including trees, meant a lot to you when you was in there. The simple shit.
I felt like...
oh, I can tell he was on meth. Look at his teeth. His teeth were breaking away. And just because he's not on meth anymore, they're still good. They're still brittle. They're just gonna keep chipping away. I've seen that shit happen. I'm from San Diego. I done watched meth tear people up since the 90s.
That was God giving me a chance to make good on the mistakes I made with my older 2 children at the time. I felt like that was redemption. everything that I didn't do right before I had the chance to right that wrong.
Mike, bro, do not let today go by without hitting me up on Instagram. Me and you gotta chop it up, fam. Y'all get ready to subscribe to Mike. If he ain't already a content creator, he is about to become one. I hope you come back when we do the group when I do the group watch. I'll probably try to do a group watch through one of these segments of this. I don't know if I'm gonna do 2 or 3. If I'm only gonna do 2, within the next one, which will probably be tomorrow, we'll do a group watch, and then I'll even set the time of the live and all that, because usually I just go live, and if people show up, they show up, because I'm more used to the replay gang and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I just don't really care to do the videos like I used to, and I need to get back to that, just editing uploads and stuff like that. I'd rather just get on the 1s and 2s and do my thing real quick, and then peace. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Mike, definitely hit me up. And you know what I'm saying? I'll probably do the group watch live through StreamYard. So we'll use StreamYard for that or whatever, unless I figure out how to get y'all up here on OBS, which I do know how, but I forgot. So I'm gonna have to go look up the YouTube video and get, you know what I mean, one of them DIY videos and see what's happening. So we'll get it together.
Single-handed reason why I'm even still breathing.
Yeah, we need you to talk, bro.
Such a light in my life. Such a light. She doesn't even understand the extent of everything that's going on.
Exactly,
she
Vicky.
Doesn't know what it is not to be able to talk to me when she wants.
Exactly, Vicky. It seemed like I learned something new every time I do content on this. Somebody new come around, or I learn something new, and I love it. I love it. I'm so happy, and I salute you, and I really appreciate you for coming through and sharing what you know, Mike. And I hope you hit me up, bro. You know what I mean? If you willing, I'd love to do an interview with you, or whatever we gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gotta do an interview. I just want to chop it up with you and you know what I'm saying, get a little further insight, because I mean I am doing content on it, so why not go to a source that know more about outside the courtroom, because that's where it's gonna go next. It's gonna start dissecting his life. That's where the content has to go next, because the court cases, I mean, it's everywhere. And now we're just breaking it down for shits and giggles. Now we got to start dissecting his walk of life, because he is content now. That's what he wanted. You content.
To
a major psychopath. What's up, Alex? Thanks for tuning in.
She just doesn't get it.
A selfish psychopath. Narcissistic idiot. Eagle, you see me live, boy.
I'm mindful that
you out here barking at kids.
There are people in this community
He
that
bark
feel
at
the
the wind
same
blow
exact
wrong.
way.
What you mean, Matt? Like how much prison time, or why is he getting so much time to talk?
That
Because if you're talking about why he getting so much time to talk, that's my point. That's where I lost a few points for Judge Dorrow in this whole court case situation, is how much she let him get off. You know what I'm saying? While the victims had to just endure that, but the victims weren't allowed to get nothing off. You know what I mean? He gaslighted everybody the whole time. That's why I tell people, if people think he lost, well, he lost a long time ago. When it come to the court case itself, he lost the case, but he didn't lose for what he was trying to do. That attention drug is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That attention, it'll drive you crazy. And I know people say, "Oh, he was trying to get a mistrial. He tried to do that in the beginning of the case. When he seen that wasn't happening, he started acting like a adolescent child. I said child. That's how he started acting. Started acting like a little brat. You know what I'm saying? Started thinking that, oh, I'm a sovereign citizen, but you can't impede on my rights. What rights, sovereign? What rights do you have? You don't abide by none of these laws, right? So what rights are they supposed to give you?
Yeah, lights in their life.
She was hella soft on him. That's why he talked to her like that was his woman. Pounded the desk on her and then held his lips tight together, giving her that mean ass look. Man, I'd have lost my job as a bailiff because I'd have walked over and knocked him right in his snot locker. Look at me showing my age, talking about snot locker.
So without being insensitive to that, I'll move past that.
Vicky, definitely do what you got to do. Look, I implore all you guys to, you know what I mean, if there's stuff that you guys are searching for, y'all start looking for stuff and all that, and y'all want to send anything to me, you know what I'm saying, to help with these videos and stuff and things we could talk about in these videos, man, feel free to do that. I'll take all the information you guys want to give. Hell, if you want to be a content creator, I'm willing to help you do that. You know what I'm saying? People, that's the type of channel you on over here. We ain't like other channels. We don't do all that. We don't do the drama with people. We're not about to argue, beef back and forth online. We're not going to do none of that. We don't dox people. We don't harm people, harass people, treat anybody with any kind of rude anything. Everybody that's came to my chat, especially the new people, you guys notice how easy and mellow it is over on my channel? Because I've been around for years, but people know I don't play that on my channel. You get one time. I'm not Judge Dorrow. You come in here, you act in any type of way that's not respectable, not to me. I don't care if you talk shit to me. I'm the content creator. You're supposed to have an opinion. But you're not going to come in and bash or do anything to anybody in these chats. That's not going to happen. Or you going to be up out of here.
My baby girl that I love her. I love you, Missy.
Hell yeah.
Baby boy.
Let's go to this level real quick. Speaking on Erica Patterson, do y'all realize that woman has never been free in her life, especially from him? She was still a little girl, teenager. She hadn't even lived life yet, and he made sure she never got to really live life. So she's still young enough now where this monster was taken out of her life. Oh, that's got to be the most beautiful feeling in the world for her. She ain't got to look over her back. She ain't got to run and hide from this nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that that's how she feel, because she could be one of them girls that's like, but I really want him back, because I don't understand going back and forth with this nigga for 16 years, but he caught her when she was young. He molded her mind into a certain way. That's why when she was up on the stand, if you ever notice, even when the judge stopped him, the looks he kept giving her, like bitch, you better act right, like that. He was torturing that girl while she was on the stand. He was still committing domestic violence while she was on the stand. That's crazy. So above all, think about, you know what I mean? We can't bring the victims back, and the victims' families and the victims that are alive, they got their day in court and got to see this dude, you know what I'm saying, basically hung under the prison cells, which I know most of them probably would have wished death, which I wouldn't, because I'd rather him suffer, but it is what it is. But after being groomed, you're right, Alex, after being groomed from 16 all the way until today, and then she finally gets her freedom. Like, I can't even imagine what that's like. I'm a male, so that don't happen to me. But there's numerous amounts of females in this world that have either been through or are still going through the same situations, if not worse.
I was born in June, during the time that I've been here. His mother, Quita.
He said, I almost thought he was a crisis actor. See, that's that story I need. Because now that changes my perspective, Mike, of when I'm saying, oh, the nigga was on a suicide mission. It don't necessarily mean he wasn't. But in a way, he still was, because if he's a rap for the PD, he thinking he can get away with anything anyway. Because he's probably gotten away with shit anyway. If he was still ratting. Which, I mean, once a rat, always a rat. You know what I mean?
I regret not being able to be there for the times that...
And see, the shit you telling me about Erica right now, see, that's... People came at me the wrong way when I said what I said about Erica. I said Erica got some fault in this too, because it was their two situation that got all these innocent victims ran over and or killed. It was their situation. She was still a part of that situation, just like his mom ain't out of it either. Not that they're to blame for it. They're not to blame for the victims, but they are a part of the situation that had the victims end up in a situation that had nothing to do with them.
Both of them needed me the most.
In a city both of you didn't even really live in. She went out there to get away from you. Them people was in Waukesha chilling. Waukesha. That's what I like to call it. They was in Keisha chilling. And then here come you two. Crazy.
It's not an easy thing for a woman to go through a pregnancy with virtually no help.
He said she was like the ugly girl in church. Nobody wanted. Yeah, he took her. He didn't take her because of looks or nothing. He took her because it was something he can control.
Move residencies because of this tragedy. Not feeling safe while she was pregnant. Not feeling safe, receiving threats, things like that. And I wasn't there.
Damn, my ear just started ringing. One of y'all talking about me right now? Somebody in the audience talking shit about the host? What's up? Let me know what's up. Damn, bro.
I know what it's like to
look at that look.
Be at the birth of your children and see them born and cut the umbilical cord. And
they will
do all those things. I've done that.
I bet you there's a few people that's like, oh, that's a dope name. Waukesha, come here. I'm gonna be naming the little boys Wakeith. Hey, nobody better not name no child Waukesha or Waukesha. Waukesha Johnson.
And to not be able to do it for her and for him. To only know what he looks like because of pictures.
I definitely appreciate you, Mike, always. So let me get this right then. So all this time, like me and Vicky sitting here like, why the nigga wasn't in prison out of his long rap sheet. So you mean to tell me The main reason why he's not serving time in prison already before this even had happened was because the nigga turned rat. This shit get deeper every time we go in.
For her to not feel safe to be in the city or be around my family members to build that rapport.
Oh, I can believe that. Look, I'm gonna stop just right here, man. Where we at? We at 57:02. Got about another hour and 9 minutes of this. So we gonna save that for part 2. I'm gonna figure out if we gonna do the group watch or anything, man. Anybody feel free to hit me up on YouTube. You know, I'm on YouTube, on Instagram, and with any information or anything like that. Or if you just got questions or anything, you can hit me up at DYSE Media. That's DYSE_media. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, we gonna dig. We gonna dig. And I seen that myself, where he said he was pimping Erica. And the crazy thing is, there's certain things that the nigga be lying about. I don't think he was lying about that. I wouldn't necessarily say it's pimping just because your girl going out to sell ass just so you guys can get high and drunk. Because he tried to play it on her like this, that, and the other, how he always say, is her, but not him. Remember, you said it takes two. So y'all both not having your children mean both of you niggas wasn't stable enough to have your children, meaning both of you niggas was out there in the streets on drugs and alcohol. Reason why y'all kept fighting, reason why you guys are off and on is because it's a drug-filled relationship. That's what drug-filled relationships do. It's a street relationship. They've never been in a relationship like they was gonna get married, to have a white picket fence and 5 kids. They all go to the military. That's not what that was. All Darrell Brooks was a drug addict snitch that got like Khalees say, caught out there.
Because she can't mentally deal with everything that comes with.
Mm-hmm. Yep, junkie nigga.
Not be able to help her. For me to not have any words.
Oh, that's why the nigga don't never stop talking, y'all. Because even when you get off that drug, I notice even ex-meth heads that been off meth 20 years, one thing they don't lose is the ability to talk. And they might know what they talking about after so many years and educated it. I mean, a meth head don't mean a nigga stupid or nothing like that. It's a lot of fucking meth heads and drug addicts and shit that are very smart in this world. But now I get why he just rambles on. Just imagine being in a house with him where we got meth and all that type of shit, and we getting high, and this nigga won't shut up. Talking about everything. He probably done ran everybody through the dirt with conspiracy theories, and he's the type of nigga that felt like he knew everything. And if you said something against it, he was going to argue with you because he could never be wrong. And nothing that ever went wrong was ever his fault. Man, I'm telling you, I'm a very good judge of characters, especially when they come from the walks of life that I know so well.
To uplift her.
Not that I was a drug addict or anything like that. I wouldn't say I wasn't a drug dealer, but it's still the same streets. The same streets, pimps, hoes, drug dealers, drug addicts, all that walk together. Killers and victims, everybody. You in the streets.
Her expressing her anger to me.
So they was on the right path.
Not knowing how
at first. Oh yeah, you did say the little ugly girl at church. That's wrong, Mike. Y'all's up in church, calling this little girl ugly. Mike, I ain't fucking with you today. I ain't fucking with you, bro.
There we go.
Anyway, man.
Hurtful.
Anyway, man, we stopped it again. We gonna leave it at 58 so we can have a nice round number or whatever, man. I want to thank all you guys for tuning in. Mike and him up in that shit got me weak. They up in the church clowning Erica. Anyway, man, like I said, anybody want to hit me up, man. We'll try to do the group watch. I don't know what time I'm going to set tomorrow's show for. So, you know what I mean? A few people hit me up on Instagram, tell me what time works for y'all so I get a little better synopsis on what I want to do, if y'all don't mind. So, anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I want to thank all you guys who tuned in, especially all my people, even my day ones in there like Real Mad TV, you know what I mean, that been in there since the beginning of the show all the way to the end, man. Remember, watch time, watch hours, all that count. Sharing the video, liking the video, not just hopping in the video and then hopping back out. I got 62 views, never went over 11 people in here. It's crazy. I can't hold a crowd. But everybody say, you know what I mean? I do good shows. Why I can't hold a crowd? Because I'm not on the bullshit. Because I'm not beefing with everybody. I'm not just spewing out rhetoric. And it's crazy that the whole world that most of the world is attached to stuff like that. But that's why I do my videos for the playback. Because when they get tired of flipping through shorts and shit, you know what I mean? They'll come back and check out little old Big Dice. The little big homie. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just messing with y'all. Anyway, man, salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all, man. Peace.